Rise and shine, everybody. If y'all can hear me, let me know. I'm going to get started here shortly. Peace to every one of y'all. Come on in. Let me know if y'all can hear me, family. Peace, Tracy. Thank you, Queen Fee. That means a lot. Creed, what's up with you? D Ham, what's up with you? Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, Chatty Kathy, what's up with you, love? Let me see something real quick too. And I'm just getting this thing ready so I can show you guys this video. So word has it that my sister said that I lied about my son. Okay. I'm just now hearing this. This, well, I guess the universe was protecting me, so I didn't have to hear it sooner. But I'm hearing this today that she said I lied about my son. I'm just going to show you guys how much they lie, and then I'm gonna be on my way. I'm not gonna play a whole bunch of games around my son, my kids. Okay. This should just show you guys the lengths that they'll go to try to get under my skin. I don't think they care about character or their reputations. They'll say anything just to try and hurt me. But to me, if you have a child, I think that you should just have empathy, period. But sometimes it takes you to have a child yourself to be able to understand the gravity of these things. Okay, just how much they actually can weigh and take a toll on you. And also how beautiful the experience can be on the other side. And there's truly nothing that can replace it. And what you learn is even some of the most painful experiences turn out to be the most beautiful. So even when it feels like the world is collapsing around you, what you left with after all of that is something that you wouldn't trade for the world. And you'd go through it 20 times to experience that again. I do feel for people who don't have children of their own, who maybe can't, because it is a loss. It's devastating, because on the other side of having children, whether they're the healthiest children in the world or they have some development things or whatever, you have a true blessing there. And it's sad that when some people even have access to that, they give it up or walk away from it. You know, I don't think things like that should be played with. They're very holy. You understand? But I don't think that I'm dealing with people who care anything about that type of stuff. They're just evil. I mean, you know, that's just what it is. And you have to accept it as that or whatever. And so before I even get started, I want to say I could expect this from people who's not kin to me, people who I once trusted and allowed in just a little bit. People I told things just a little bit. I can understand it, but I could never understand this coming from a sibling. You understand? And that is painful to know that my sister said that. Truthfully, I told my sister when Samik was born that he failed the hearing test, that he failed the eye test, and he did for months after. And when I told her this, I didn't hear back from her, and that hurt me. And so I told her about it. You know, I told you that he struggled to hear, that he didn't pass the hearing test. I told you he didn't pass the eye test, and you didn't even call to check on me, man. You know, never would I thought that she would come to the public and tell them something that I haven't even told them. So here's the narrative that I'm going to use my baby for sympathy. Guys, I've went through some of the most traumatic times with my son and didn't even tell the world about it. Here's why. We knew, Lacey and I knew, that if we were to go public with Samika's having open heart surgery in a couple of days, it's an emergency. He has a hole in his heart, 2 holes in his heart, actually. We knew what exactly would happen. This saga stuff was going on, and just birthing Samik had them exploiting Samik. They keep saying, I'm going to exploit Samik, but they're exploiting Samik, and they're doing it on their page where they're monetized, or they're wanting cash apps, or they just want to hurt me. So they'll exploit my child for any reason whatsoever, whether it be to monetize and get some views, whether it be for clout, or whether it be just to try and hurt my feelings. They are exploiting my children. I'm not doing that, okay? I've never came out here and said that my child was sick. In fact, most people say, why don't you just speak on it? Why don't you share that with the world? And we don't feel there's a need to. We don't talk to Samik like that. We don't treat him like he's like that. Samik has his own experience, and many of us don't know who we are or what we deal with. So why would we tell him that? Why would we want him to see himself any different? His walk is his walk. His journey is his journey. We don't see a sick boy. We never have. You understand? So we don't project that onto him. We don't project that onto the world. So this lie that we'll use him for sympathy is crazy. But we know that people will exploit him to try and hurt us. So why would we as parents who care about our child and want to protect him even tell the world about him having open heart surgery? Because we know what would happen on the other end. And frankly, emotionally, Lacey or I didn't feel like we could deal with that. I would end up unaliving somebody at that time if they would have played with that, because I didn't feel like I even could live. I even told myself, if something happened to him, I'm out of here too. There's an amount of pain that some people just can't take. You know what I mean? So anyway, we got through that, and that made us closer to each other. It definitely made us closer to Samik. And we have a beautiful relationship, and there's a joy that we have for him that nobody could take away, okay? So when they say that I'm insecure about how he looks, or they try and talk about his looks in any way, I don't see what y'all see. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've heard this term, you got a face only a mother could love. I don't know why they don't say that about a father, because I don't know what y'all see when y'all clown. I see a beautiful angel. So I don't see what you guys are seeing when you say he's insecure about him. I have no idea what you see. And so maybe there's a part of me that's blind, and I'm grateful for that, because I don't see it at all. There's not a single ounce of him that I don't think is absolutely gorgeous. So that being said, that has to come from someone who doesn't have a child, or doesn't have a child who they've had to go through things like that with. Because if you ever had to go through something like that with your child, I don't think you'd say that about somebody else and their child. To me, that's crazy. When I get on them about things, right, they want me to understand that there's so many other people that might go through that. Like, based on where Callie lives, right? He wants me to know where it's people in your life who live in the hood, who live in, small apartments or whatever the case may be. But he doesn't seem to realize there's other people out here with children that had development issues or whatever the case may be. Because he seems to think that it's funny to try and mock Lacey and say that it's her fault for Samik's Down syndrome or whatever the case may be. He posts these little things like this all the time. And if he wants me to consider that there are people out here who may go through that, but apparently he doesn't consider those things. It's amazing how they have this this mind that can see far when it's someone else, but when they're doing it, they just don't get it. You understand? So I'm not going to give them a bit of my anger. They don't deserve it, because truthfully, nobody can take my joy away from what my son brings me. I'm truly grateful for him. But they're saying that I said that, they're saying that I lied about his open heart surgery and things of that nature. And I just believe that a video speaks louder than words. They say a picture's 1,000 words. So a video, it's got to be more words than that, right? So let me get to this and show you guys just how much they lied to try and hurt my character. He said he came out here and lied and said his baby had heart surgery. Like, why would he do that? And okay, let's see if I did that. Let's see if I lied about anything, and then we'll go from there. These are videos that Lacey and I have private. It hurts us to even watch them, to be honest with you. It's just a difficult thing to deal with, because it was a tough time, and it was a time we actually was worried about him and very fearful. The day that he got surgery was just probably one of the worst days of my damn life, because the nurse promised to come and get us before the surgery so we could meet the surgeon, and she didn't come at all. And so we're sitting there they told us they'd be there in about an hour. Man, hours went by and this lady didn't show up. So we got up and went looking for her. And turns out she already in there doing surgery on him before we could even shake her hand. Man, we were so devastated. We both sat out there crying. But nevertheless, she gave our son back to us, and we were so furious. But when she gave our son back to us, we let it all go. There was nothing to argue about because we had our baby. But we stayed in the hospital for about a week. He was in NICU, or baby intensive care unit, for a few days, but we stayed at the hospital. Okay, we stayed at the hospital. The hospital has rooms that you can rent out and stay in, so we stayed there. Chatty Cathy is a person from the saga that I'm actually really close with. She's a dear friend of mine. I talked to her nearly every day while I was in there, shortly, maybe a text message or two, but I think I probably spoke to her at least about every day we was in there, just about what he was going through, because obviously she was sending good energy and hoping the best for us, right? So she knows for a fact that everything that I've said is a fact surrounding my son. But let me show you guys this real quickly. And I'm going to mute myself while I play this, and I'm just going to let you guys see. And if you've never gone through a thing like this, you won't get it, okay? And maybe you will. Some people actually have hearts in this world still, but it's a lot of people that's just cruel. And, again, the only reason we didn't share this with the world is because we knew that people would try and take this and hurt us with it. And it's sad that you even have to think like that, because, Black people should love each other and understand what each other's going through. But when you know that you have other people who look just like you that will take something that you're going through and even in the moment mock you and judge you for it, we knew that if we posted this, they would say, it's your karma, you deserve it. We knew they would, because their goal isn't to literally prove I'm lying about anything, because they know they're lying. They just want to hurt me and ruin my reputation by lying. They know I haven't lied about anything. For instance, Callie came out here saying that someone sent him a medical report that I never had my stomach removed, but I had some type of cosmetic surgery to lose weight. Okay, obviously that's not true, right? But what he's doing is twisting it and trying to act like he's not the one who got proven to be a liar. So he's saying I'm lying to the people. No, he's actually lying to these people, coming out here manipulating them and trying to convince them that I had some type of cosmetic stomach surgery, saying that a girl sent this to him. He has the real paperwork. He went to Phoenix Moon with this fake paperwork saying this, and he wanted her to go on her platform and say this too. Okay. It's always something with them. If it ain't one thing, it's another, right? And so now they want to focus on the fact that I said I beat cancer. I've done everything that a cancer patient would have to do to beat stomach cancer. They say, well, Kevin, you didn't do chemo. Well, Dawn didn't do chemo, but Dawn had cancer, and so she had to get her stomach removed. My niece had cancer. She had to get her stomach removed. My sister had cancer. She got her stomach removed, but it was too late, because once those symptoms come, it's too late. So I went through everything that a cancer patient would have to go through to defeat stomach cancer, to survive it. And I survived it. And I've went through all the pains that every stomach cancer patient had to go through with losing their stomach. I probably threw up just as many damn times or more. I collapsed again about 7 months later. I was on bed rest for almost a year. I went through a lot behind getting my stomach removed, even if it was for preventative reasons. And if you notice, I never lied to the public about why I needed money. So I didn't come out here and say, I have cancer, y'all, help me. I came out here and said, look, they said it was negative, but I'm still getting my stomach removed. Can y'all help me? Right? This is what I've told them. Now, I've even came up here and showed them my medical work that clearly said I had stomach ulcers. Now, after they removed my stomach, they looked at my stomach and said, you did not have cancer. Before they removed my stomach, they said that the test came back negative. But to be honest with you, Kevin, we couldn't do a complete biopsy because of the ulcer. So it says negative, but we don't know if it's actually negative. And you guys got to look up the percentages of people who get told that it's negative and it wasn't negative. Mind you, my mother died at 33. I was 35 when this happened. So someone says, well, why didn't it happen earlier? My mother died at 33. I was 35, which means I was older than my mother when she died. My sister died at 44. And when she died, Dawn, I think, was 41, and she already had cancer and didn't know it. You understand? And these things have been explained over and over. And what they do is they like to take these sensitive topics to hurt me, but they don't realize it's so many other people who have suffered from cancer that they're hurting also by doing this. You understand? And so to them, it's a game. Troll Kevin, say the meanest things you can to him. And if you can get him to lash out, bring up that he's a life coach. Tell him he's crashing out and use whatever he says against him. But the stuff that people said about him, don't ever mention it. Just act like he's out here doing it. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And this is just evil people. But I'm just going to prove to you guys this. I'm not going to go off this time. I'm just going to show you this, because the more I show you guys that I'm telling the truth, it should prove to you guys that they're liars. I know you guys already know that, but for my platform's sake, you know, they're saying that I lied on my son. That I said he was getting heart surgery and he never did, is what they're saying. Watch this, guys, and I guess you can tell me if it's true or not based on actual footage of this, not someone who doesn't know me, who's never been around me, never met my son, again, never been around, speculating and talking shit, saying they believe my sister based on her word. But my word ain't shit, but her word is everything, apparently. But let's deal with this. I don't know if you already can see that large scar on his chest. Okay, let me mute myself.
Come on, let me see that smile again. Oh. Oh my goodness, buddy.
I gotta come back real quick just to say this. What about this baby's face would make any person insecure? Guys, this baby is beautiful. What are we talking about? He's absolutely gorgeous. And is it just me? Me and Lacey, we so in love with this boy. Is it just us? And I've heard this. I've heard it being said. You got a face only a mother can look. And I know that, like, they say you can be blind to the obvious when you're somebody's parent, but y'all, I swear to fucking God, he's beautiful. I don't know what they're talking about. Is it just me? I'm trying to figure this out. Let's continue. He's adorable. Let's continue.
Goodness gracious. Smile. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I never saw him smile so much. I know, right? Yes, buddy. You're so handsome. You look so good. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yes. You see? Smile. Oh. 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 Can I have another one of those big smiles? Can I have another one? Oh. Hey. Yeah. One more. Wow. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. You look so fresh. Big eyes. Pretty eyes. Oh my goodness, buddy. You still sleeping? Mijo. Samikio. Samikio. Samikio Eliano. Samikio. Samikio. Samikio Eliano. Kevin Sunrise. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, that slick part. You never believe I didn't put a plastic.
I did that. His barber did it. I hooked him up.
And I will just have to grab a quick blood pressure before we do the calf curl. Okay.
long as you sleep. You need a good nap.
No. He just woke up, so I'll be
Gotcha. I was gonna say, because I just have the one from this morning. Am I missing any?
Somebody else took
Okay.
the ones, yeah.
Okay.
Snack reach.
I see you. What's so funny? You ready? Never did this.
Oh.
Who that? Is that you? Is that you, buddy? Who that baby right there? Who is that? You know who that is. If that's me, then that gotta be you right there, right? If that's me, cause you know that's me, right? And that gotta be you.
How you feeling? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's you.
D.
Things going on at the same time.
You know what I thought? I thought that his hand touched my beard, but it was this thing right there. That's what I'm used to. Got him back. Moving forward.
Absolutely.
So let's start from the beginning. What were the emotions and reactions you first found out when you were pregnant with Smeek?
I mean, just a dream come true, really. I was super excited, and it was just coming into the realization that a new chapter was on the way for us.
Okay.
I mean, right?
Absolutely. For me, I felt affirmed. We summoned Samik. We literally called him out of the stars. On the day of his conception, we said what his name was going to be before we even knew a gender or anything. We said, Samik, you're coming today. And so whenever she came and said that she was pregnant, the first thing I did is thought in my mind, wait a second, that was that. I know it had to be that time. So I felt powerful. I felt like we spoke purpose and purpose manifested. Yeah.
Not only that, but we both said the same thing. It's a boy.
Absolutely. We knew it. We knew it from the very beginning.
So Lacey, can you describe your pregnancy? Like, what was it like carrying Smeek?
Ooh. A little bit of everything. Of course, everything that you would imagine, and so much of what most can't. He was really active. It took us forever to even get a picture of him. We were fighting to get a decent sonograph photo. I was like, I want to see my baby. But the best part of it was just feeling like as he was growing, I was growing with him, which is, I think, the most profound part of pregnancy. Is you don't hear the stories about how deep that connection goes, but you can actually feel it, and it's an amazing thing. And I think that that was probably the best part of the pregnancy for me. And not only that, but his creation brought about a deeper connection with my husband.
Absolutely.
And we got closer, which was, you know, another part of just closeness overall, which another thing that people don't really tell you when you create a life with someone, it's you forge a bond with them as well, and you can feel that too.
Absolutely.
Wow. I was just going to ask for both of you, what was your experience like during that time? You kind of already went into that.
Right.
Yeah.
Emotional roller coaster. It was a bit of everything in there, being on bed rest, as it was high risk and all this stuff. So you got your worries and all this type of stuff, but it was mainly just excitement and making sure I was there for Lacey. You know, I wanted to make sure I was there for her emotionally. I have 3 beautiful children already, but it's her first. So I wanted to make sure she had everything that she needed. And if she had any worries or whatever, I would try to be there to try and settle them. But it was mainly just looking forward to our new young prince. It was very, very exciting, man, having to make sure she had all the things she needed to eat. You know, the cravings be crazy. She's like, I think Samik likes watermelon. See, I love watermelon.
And I do not like
She's like, I like watermelon
watermelon.
for some reason now. Okay, yes, Samik, yeah.
And peanut butter. He
Yes,
likes
and Samik
peanut butter, and I
coming in,
cannot
like, okay.
stand peanut butter. Like, yeah, this your
He
favorite.
want what his daddy want.
Okay. Now that Samik's been here for a year, what's the most memorable moment for you as parents?
Ooh, that would make myself emotional.
Aw.
He has the most beautiful smile, and he's just always so happy. And I think when he's a reminder when I may feel tired, when I may feel stressed, when things out in the world are, you know, like as a parent, you worry about what world did I bring my child into? He washes it all away just with the look on his face. And I'm like, it's a reminder that he knows nothing of that. Everything is bright as rain. Everything's always happy. I'm around the people I love the most. And he reminds me not to worry. It's just the best feeling in the world.
Most memorable moment.
You know what I thought? I thought that his hand touched my beard, but it was this thing.
Let me say this. Samik is a soldier. Okay. So I've said that this has been an emotional roller coaster. Well, Samik had to have open heart surgery just a few months after he was born. And we were very, very afraid. And we had to be in the hospital for weeks and stuff like that. And we didn't know how it was going to turn out. You know what I mean? After that surgery, while we were still in the hospital, we saw smiles and laughter from me that we never saw before. And while that was challenging, the joy that we got from seeing that boy open up and seeing a new version of him was amazing. Man.
Sorry. Go ahead.
What's been most memorable is his personality, getting to know him after that. Beautiful baby always has been, but he was just a baby. He's quiet and probably didn't have a lot of energy. And we don't know what he's feeling, you know, but after the surgery, we could tell he had a lot more energy, you know, so he's laughing and he's doing silly stuff and just showing who he is, you know what I mean? And so he has this thing where he'll try to jump on me and bite me, and he gets real playful with me. And but with Lacey, he's so soft. So when he's with Lacey, he just lays on her and he's so soft. When he gets with me, he's like, Daddy, let me show you how strong I am. So he wants to get rough with me. So that's what's most memorable so far. And I just can't wait to get to know him further, man. He's amazing.
So if you could say one thing to Samik, something he could look back on one day and say, wow, what would it be?
I was not going to do this.
As you can see, he got it wrapped around his finger.
Whatever you decide to do, whoever you decide to be, We chose you. You were chosen by us. And we take that responsibility seriously. We're going to stand with you every step you take. And we're so proud of you. And just, you have changed our lives so much.
That's cool.
For the best. And I am excited for all the years to come. Love you so much to the moon and the stars and back. I'm going to let you go ahead because I'm not done crying yet. Oh.
Well, there's a song I always sing to you, and it's will you still trust? Will you still have faith in you? If you fail, if things don't work out exactly like you planned, will you still trust you? Will you still believe in yourself? Son, I don't want there to ever be a doubt. You are a warrior to me. You've been through more than most people I know have. You're just a baby. Lacey says you're a chosen one. Truly are. We chose you. We called you. We summoned you. And you are exactly who we wanted you to be. So don't you ever doubt. Don't you ever fear. We love you, son. Happy first birthday. Right now, you don't know what this means. It's traditions, right? But years from now, you will understand. And know that your mom and your daddy, we love you with all of our heart.
And a note. Your name was given to you by your father. Your name is Samik Elon Kevin Sunrise. And that means?
We got to break that down. So Samik means tall king, okay? Tall king. We knew you were going to be a stand-up, righteous man who never faltered his philosophy. And so we want you to stand tall, son, no matter what. I don't care if you're 5'6". Stand tall, okay? Elon, it comes from my mother's middle name, which was Elaine. Today is the 18th. Today is my mother's birthday. She passed when I was 3 years old. And we got the call that you were going to be induced actually the day before her birthday, or the day of her birthday.
The 18th.
The day of her birthday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, to come in on her birthday, but we got the call the day before. You had that right.
Right. The call before, but to be induced on her birthday, which you could have been born on her birthday. It was really close. Okay. You came 2 days later. Okay. But that was just crazy. We were thinking you would be born on the same day as my mother. So you would have been Samik Kevin Wesley. But that Elaine going that close, I said, you know what? Mama trying to say something. So we threw that in there too.
Wow, we got to redo that. Samik Kevin's son.
Yeah, Samik Kevin's sunrise. And you know, sun is S-U-N because you're going to always shine. It's as bright as that star in the sky right there. So, but you have a mighty name, a powerful name, and we hope that we know that you'll live up to it. We look forward to raising you, and we look forward to the man that you're going to be and who we are going to be. You are causing us to grow in so many ways. I'm 41 years old. When I got grown children, your siblings are grown. I thought I was wise beyond my years, but you are teaching me, and I'm truly, truly grateful. Son, you are special. I love you with all our heart. We love you with all of our hearts.
Love you so much, baby boy.
So happy birthday. You want to sing happy birthday to him?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. No, don't sing me now. Your mama's a bird, okay? Your mother's a bird. Your daddy's a wolf, okay? So here we go.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, son Samik. Happy birthday to you. Love you, son.
Love you, baby.
That boy. And these videos we don't even be really watching because it just know that there's a joy that no words can express. No words. Miss White, that's for you if you're available. I think you would ask to come up here for a second, if you could. I just want every parent out there to be encouraged to never hide your baby. Um, Most people may not get it; they may never get it, but you know the joy that they bring you. Um, and there are no words to express it, man. So a lot of those moments were very painful. I don't even know where our head was a lot of times, especially with seeing him like that. But we got through it somehow. That's why they talk about peace that passes all understanding. Because looking back at it, I don't know how I got through that. I don't know how. But it's amazing what you're able to do when you need to be strong for other people around you. Because if you had it your way, you just find a corner and go cry in it. But when there's other people that need you, there's some kind of way you find the strength to really get through that. But like I said, on the other side, there's a joy that you would never trade. And one thing that I learned from this is when I used to see people with children that may have something with them or whatever, I would feel bad for them, sad for them. In my mind, they were going through something. But this taught me different. They have access to a joy that I had never known. I promise y'all, Samik is made of magic. We believe that he's a healer. All it takes is for us to hold him in our arms, and he takes whatever you're going through away. He's literally made of magic. Miss White, I'm going to bring you up real quick. I got you up here.
No, I'm looking now. Hey, how y'all doing, everybody? Listen, it ain't gonna be long. Um, I, I was already kind of getting pissed off when it started being said that baby Meek was a little Pokemon. But before I say that, let me back up. Lacey, my hat goes off to you and Kevin, because every time I see Meek, I don't really talk to nobody in this saga anymore but Amber. But I always tell Amber, every time I see Meek, I say, they put in the work. I can see it. When I watch y'all baby, I see that you guys are investing time and energy into his well-being. And my hat goes off to you guys. So now I get to personally tell you that. But let me go back to what I was saying. If anybody in this chat has known me and talked to me, they know that I have a baby with a disposition. Her placenta came apart from her uterus before she was born, and there was absolutely nothing they could do but wait and see. Okay? She has many deficits. Okay? And one of her deficits, as she began to grow, she was in a program called the Watkins program. And they sent somebody into her home 4 days a week to work with her. This baby never even knew how to crawl or roll over. Okay? But she's almost 11 years old now, and she walks like nothing is wrong with her at
Amazing.
all. Okay? Um, they prepared us. And I have my older kids are in here right now, and they can tell you. They prepped us for everything. They told us that she would probably be with some sort of retardation. She does not. They prepped us for her to be blind and deaf, or both, or each or other. Now, as the months went on, she exhibited it. Every reason for them to think that she was deaf. They've exhibited. She showed all the signs of a deaf child. She has bad vision to this very day. Okay? But again, when they came in our home and they worked with this baby, she was not even 5 pounds when she came home. They sent a nurse to work with her. Whatever those people did with her, when they left, we continued. We didn't just leave it to them. That's why I can recognize the work that you all put in with Meet Me. I see it. I know it when I see it, okay? And she began to exhibit these signs to show deaf and blind, okay? They started teaching her sign language because this is how strong it was. They put in this little booth. Kevin, you're probably familiar with it. The little booth with the curtain behind her, they do all these different things. You could take
Yeah.
a pot and bang it in her ear and she would look straight through you, okay? So I'm here to say now at almost 11, she'll be 11 at the end of November. She's not deaf. Now, does she have a little hard of hearing? Yes. And she talks very, very loud. Like, she's very loud. She's over the top. But when you have a child with a disposition as such, those doctors begin to show and teach you everything that could possibly be. They don't want to leave no stone unturned. So as soon as something begins to happen, they start to prepare you for that. I don't know how far Meet Me got or has not gotten. It's not my business. But if you said that, I can understand why you would have said, well, my baby's blind and deaf, because they prep you for that. They get you ready for that. And if you've never had a disabled child, then God bless you. But shame on you for running your damn mouth when you don't know what you're talking about. You dumb and you're stupid, and your mother should be labeled as having a disabled child for being so simple-minded, because it don't make no sense. When you don't know what you're talking about, shut your mouth up. Keep your lips together, because you don't know what these people go through with a disabled child, having a sick child. You don't know the countless nights of no sleep, taking turns. Like, you don't know. And for y'all to put up here and exhibit this kind of behavior for a child who cannot help himself, you need help. And it's a special kind of help. And what heaven can't hold, hell will surely give it to you. You hear Meek Meek say amen? Did y'all hear that? Meek Meek said amen. That's what he said. Now my husband's standing right here, Leah, right there. They can tell you, I'm not lying. This baby displayed every behavior of being that way. And they took action. Now, to this day, she 11 years old. When she get mad at me and her daddy, what she do, babe? When JJ get mad at us, she'll sign on us so quick. She'll sign on us so quick. And she don't need to sign language. She can hear well, but they prepped her for that because they don't know what's going to be out there for those kids. And they don't take no shortcut. None whatsoever. So, Lacey, you continue to hold your head up. And Jamie, your support system, you know what? Oh, I want to say so many bad things, but this ain't my panel. So I'm gonna keep it cute. But this right here got me in on another kind of pissed off, because I experience this every day with my baby. And to this day, Eminem would be like, Miss White, all that was wrong with that baby. I'd be like, yeah. But when you put that work in, baby, when you put that work in, you can change things around. You can change it around when you put that work in. So y'all continue putting that work in. Continue to work. Continue doing whatever you all are doing. I applaud you. I commend you. I do. Meet Me is one of the reasons why my husband watched you like you do now, Kevin. You didn't even know that. You
Wow.
didn't even know that. He came to me one day. He was like, Kevin Moore, took a look. How you know? He was like, So he watched it. He watches the progress of Meet Me because we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do it.
Kevin,
Yes, sir.
you and your wife, y'all continue what you're doing because you got to put the work in. And once you put the work in, you're going to see the results. That's in anything you do in life. So
Yes.
y'all keep pushing life into this baby and do what you have to do. Don't worry about these people out here. I don't worry about them, but I do watch you and I've seen you move, you and your brother do your thing. So you guys continue to work with that baby and you're going to see the results very soon. And it won't take long. Just stay with it. Don't give up. I know it's hard. It wears you out. But guess what? The results later in life going to mean a blessing, a continued blessing in both of y'all's life.
I concur with that. Think y'all got something y'all want to say?
No, I just appreciate it, and you're definitely right about there being a connection between yourself and other parents who have gone through this, because it just is. It's like I said, it's almost magical. You get it, and from the outside looking in, your thought is that they are not miserable, but going through it, so to speak, that you should feel sorry for them, But once you're in it, it's joy, man. You love your babies, man, and it's
That's
true.
right.
That's right.
Regardless to what. Let me tell you this little thing. Many of you know I have lupus, and my lupus used to be very bad. I was in a bad state. My numbers were very high. I used to walk with a cane, y'all. I used to walk with a cane. And when baby J came into my life, I did not want to take the baby. I'm just being honest. I didn't want to take the baby. I was like, who's going to take care of this baby? I can't do this. But anyway, my husband, he was like, well, baby, there ain't nobody else. We got to do this. And my husband would walk out the door and go to work. He would put the milk, the water, the bottles, the diapers, everything like right there on the bed. And his work hour was allotted, that by the time everybody started moving, he was already home like 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So I didn't have a lot to do. But I like to share this story and tell people. They'd be like, ooh, you all saved that baby life. And I tell people now, I said, no, honestly, she saved my life because she put me in a position where I had to get up, where I had to move, where I had to be the stronger one, where I had to want to do the things that I used to not been to doing. So, yeah. She saved my life. And I love it. I tell that story everywhere I go. And I'm strong now. I can run a mile. Like y'all know what I look like. Ain't much I can't do now. And I thank baby J for that. She thanks me, one day she'll thank me for what I did for her, but I thank her right now because she don't know. So y'all keep the good work up. I see the work. I know it when I see it.
Mm-hmm. And listen, I always tell Lacey something similar. I always say the universe knew exactly what she was doing. Because Samik, you have this thought in your mind that you're supposed to teach your children, right? But I think Samik came to teach us something that evolved us in a way that we needed. And he chose us. And we're so grateful for it because he obviously grown us up in so many different ways that nobody else could have done that but Samik. And again, there's a joy that comes with that. And it's sad that people who don't have a child, and or people who even do, the fact that they'll come for something like that it's downright evil. But it's crazy, but I just feel this need to let people know that we're not miserable. we're absolutely elated. This boy is unreal when it comes to the amount of joy that you feel just by being near him. It's unreal. And this is not just me and Lacey. Anyone who holds him says they can feel the overwhelming love that he puts out. He's so amazing. I never seen anything like it in my life. He definitely chose us. He's definitely made our life better in every way. And the pain that we went through with his heart and all this type of things, and the fear of him not being able to hear. It was his ear canal. After we got several tests done, they had to use something to stick down into his ear to send the vibration down into his ear to see if it bounces back or if he responded in some way. But I would always tell Lacey, I swear he can hear me. I swear he can.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. But we're just dealing with simple-minded people who don't understand. And then just look at the reason why that was even put out. Look at the reason why that was put out. Even what was said about your daughter not long ago, that the reason why she don't cook. This same baby that I'm speaking about, I got pictures and videos, 5 years old, on the grill outside. Can probably outcook most of them adults. We cook, we have businesses, we cook. This is what we do. But she's very much capable of learning. So they need to educate themselves. People are just saying things out of their mouth. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. And I understand, Kevin, when you say it's not a burden. Because when I tell you that baby has brought us so much joy, you just heard me say like how I had to learn to live again. But outside of that, just the joy and the thrill that she brings. She's so funny. Like the other day, I was talking to one of the older kids, and I said, I don't even know what I said. We had just got back from Disney, and I told somebody, well, you don't worry about that because you got bigger fish to fry. And she said, is it croaker? So, a croaker fish. She was like, is it croaker fish? And so she's just so funny. She's vibrant, and she's very much aware. And y'all just keep it up. Y'all, I swear, I watch it, I see it, and I just say, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Chin up, chest out, baby. I heard on the interview where Lacey said, we chose you as parents. And I said, well, maybe he chose y'all. That's something to think about. Maybe he chose you all.
Right. So, and you feeling that it's you, but it's not, man. It's him. He chose us to choose him.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. I see the growth. I see me hitting the milestones. He watch, he learn, he listen. I watch his the way he mimic. You guys, when you all do things, I said, well, I don't even think his case is gonna be like severe. I see him like at a mosaic like level. The boy's brilliant. He's brilliant. My hat goes off to you guys because kids don't become brilliant by themselves, okay? They don't. It comes from the work that the parents put in. And I see it. So that's what I want
to say this to my sister. Like, I never knew you said that. I knew you said a lot of things, but I didn't know you said that. Lacey says she's never talked to you and told you a thing like I lied and just don't say nothing, anything like that. You said that he never got a heart surgery, but clearly I just showed you he did. And I don't know why you didn't know that. And to me, it's crazy. But know this, me telling you something, you personally something, as my sister, someone who I loved, you should never think that that's for sympathy. Who else would you share these types of things with? You obviously meant so much to me that I wanted you to reach out, and it would have meant a lot to have you check on them. When you go through certain things like that, the people that you love, it means a lot when they check on you. You understand? This happened before when I was in the hospital, of course, myself. And I told you that it hurt me bad that you didn't come and see me. This is because I loved you, Toya. It's never for sympathy. I didn't know you'd go there. I didn't know you would say that and take something like that to the public. And as you can see, those people that you call them friends are trying to use that to hurt me. And maybe you said it to hurt me too. Frankly, I don't care. I just know that you should know that nobody's going to tell you something personally for the sake of sympathy. Okay, that's something that you would. That's a public type of thing to gain sympathy. Why would I do it? What would your sympathy do for me? When I'm asking you to just check on me, check on him, it would mean a lot. When you failed to do that, I reminded you of that and said, look, I told you all these things he was going through, and you didn't even call. You still didn't check on him. That's because it meant something to me. It would have meant a lot to me. And the same way it means a lot to you when you call and need things. We need things, but maybe it ain't money. And in your mind, you say, well, all you do is send money. I tell you what, all I needed was you to show that you cared and for you to reach out during trying times. You know, I'm not a needy person. And when you fail to do that, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? But seeing you do that, that hurt too. I ain't gonna lie. That got me right there. I didn't know you said that. But now you know, of course, he did have heart surgery. He did fail his first few hearing tests. And this goes months out. They'll do one, and then they'll schedule one another couple of months, and they'll schedule one another couple of months, and it just takes forever. And all this time you sitting here trying to make yourself feel better by saying that you feel like he can hear you, but you know the doctors remind you that vibration is something that even deaf children can hear or feel. And I remember being in school. There was a deaf kid that went to school with us, and other children would pick on him. They would stomp on the bleachers just to hear him turn around and say stop, because the sound of his voice was funny to them because he couldn't hear himself. Mm-hmm. But he would talk, you know, and he would look back and tell them to stop, and the sound of his voice would make them laugh. And as soon as he turned back around, they'd stomp the bleachers again, and he'd try to take it. And around the fourth or fifth stomp, he'd turn around and yell at them again. They thought that shit was funny, you know. That taught me then that people can be very, very evil. And maybe it's due to a lack of understanding. Who knows? There's a African proverb that says that ignorance is evil. And what that means is in your lack of knowledge, we do terrible things. And you don't know this, but we're giants. We can't walk through the grass without killing animals that didn't even know we existed. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even think about it. And so, yeah, in our ignorance, we can cause a lot of chaos. And we do this stuff to each other, not understanding what we say may cause someone. And maybe we do understand it. But again, when there are sensitive topics like this, even with the cancer thing, that's a sensitive topic. These people have no heart. Okay, the only reason they're doing these topics is to try and hurt. They know that I've lost my mother, my sister, aunts, and uncles behind cancer. So to keep bringing it up and playing with it, they know that it causes pain, you know. But I realize that so many of these people are going through their own version of hell. They don't like either where they live. They don't like how their life is treating them. And so they want me, who they feel like is truly blessed, to feel some type of pain. And I just have to accept that I am truly blessed, and let them deal with whatever hell and torment that they deal with on a daily basis, and not let that reach over to me, because I love my son. He brings joy to me every day. I'm not insecure about my son, never has been. I even heard them say that he didn't truly need a helmet because you only showed it one time. For the helmet to work on Samik, showing it is not a requirement. What is required is that he wears it 23 hours a day. So while he grows, the helmet can control the growth in certain areas to give him back his evenness in the back of his head and sides of his head. And this happened during the birthing process of Lacey trying to push him out. He got stuck right there in that little part, and they had to kind of let him go back in and do a cesarean because she couldn't actually fully vaginally birth him. But and so it did cause some misshaping to his head. And he had to wear that helmet for longer than 3 months, because he doesn't grow as much as other children do. You understand? And so it typically doesn't take long if a child is in those earlier parts of life, because they grow so quickly. They only need it for a little while, but he needed it for longer than that. And he definitely got his wears out of that helmet, but he no longer needs it. But you can't go buy those helmets, just so you guys know. This is not something that I could buy to prove a point. This literally has to be prescribed to you. Okay. And so I was telling you guys the truth when I cut his hair, because the helmet kept pulling on his hair every time you tried to pull it off or put it on. It just was causing him a whole lot of pain. And so I cut his hair down on the side so he could be more comfortable in his helmet. And people had a problem with me cutting my own son's hair. And so when I explained to them why I did it, of course people want to troll and say, well, that's not true. You lied. And that's what's crazy is I had shown photos or short videos of his scar, the video of him touching my beard. I've shown before, and they've seen these videos, but they'll still come out and say that's a lie. And now they're doing this to hurt me, or hurt my reputation, or try and convince people something otherwise. But to be clear, I have never lied to the public about anything. I didn't even share that with the public. We went through that alone because we knew that people would take that, weaponize it, and exploit it, which they likely will now because, again, they're evil. It just is what it is.
Kevin, I'm going to get down. And I just wanted to say, I started riffraff in the chat about the baby's scar. There's two things that you can do that can almost make that scar disappear. And
What's
get
that?
some silicone pads, massage it, keep those silicone pads, and it's a little oil. It's called bio oil. It's like a Moderna oil. But you can now get bio oil over the counter and keep it on there, and that scar would almost disappear. So that's just a little FYI, and I can show you before and after results for my baby. The scars, you can get them to almost go away. But
Cool.
I'll give you more info on that. I'm gonna get down and all right, guys.
Okay, and thank you so much for just providing that information. And I'll say this too. One thing that I do with Samik is encourage him about that scar. So when I got scars from having male breast cancer, that discouraged me. I have a lot of stomach scars from having my stomach removed. But what I try to tell Samik is, for men, those scars are like, war wounds. We get to show them off. You know what I mean? And it kind of shows what you've been through. You know what I mean? So even if it would have never faded away, Lacey said it's almost gone. But even if it would have never faded away, I want him to, when he sees that scar, to know, man, you survived that. See, in different tribes in the world, they get those scars just to prove who they are as a rites of passage. And I try to encourage him to look at it that way, that it's those scars sometimes that indicate your strength, your warrior mentality, your ability to survive, and battle scars. Absolutely. To a lot of tribes, you're not a man until you have so many of them. So, I didn't think like that when I first got my scars. I was very discouraged to the point I stopped working out. But now I recognize that, this is something that I survived. And this is why I love the peacock. The peacock is a bird that people see as beautiful, but its life isn't beautiful, guys. Okay. The male peacock is the easiest to kill of the peacocks, of the female and male, because they have all these extra feathers. It's very difficult for them to fly and making them harder to escape predators. And so if they can survive and make it to adulthood, most of them do not. They are seen as warriors. And that's why when they show their beautiful feathers, we see that as beautiful. But what they're actually showing, the women, the female peacocks that they're trying to mate with, trying to earn the right to mate with, is that, look at the size of these feathers and I'm still alive. And that's proof to the female that this guy, he's tough, because the size of those feathers, he should have got him caught. But look at him now, boast those exact things that are a hindrance to him. Its beauty to us is actually a hindrance to him. And when I went through male breast cancer early in my life, like my early 20s, don't make no damn sense. This is when I lost hair. And that's something I was insecure about, because I had a lot of beautiful hair, beautiful curly hair. I had that. And, when I lost it, it made me feel insecure. And so I put the peacock tattoo directly on where I felt insecure, to kind of show it off. This is who I am now. I'm proud of who I am. This marks my survival. And again, people try and mock that. You a peacock head. This doesn't hurt me. I did this for reasons that made me feel powerful, but they're trying to hurt me. And so they go as low as they can, even to my children, my mother, with the cancer situation, and try to play games around all of that. But like I said, the joy that I get from my son, nobody could take from me. the joy in surviving my stomach surgery, nobody could take from me. It's why I still can walk this planet. If someone says, well, you should have just waited to get cancer, why would you get your stomach removed? That just tells me how little they understand it. My mission to stay alive for my children's sake, because I know what it's like to grow up without a parent. It's really strong. Okay. And given an opportunity to survive, I'm going to take it. And when they told me we can't fully test your stomach as it has ulcers, there was no way I was about to play with that. And so, again, after I got my stomach removed, which, as you can see, I'm already skinny, talking about how it's hard for me to eat when I'm visiting Dr. Salo, and he tells me we found no cancer, I documented that and posted it. So anyone trying to convince the public that somehow this leaked out for some reason or something like that, please understand, if I had any intention of convincing the world that I had stomach cancer, I would have never put that out. I would have never asked a doctor while I recorded him what was going on with that thing, what was going on with my surgery, or the details about it. It would have never happened. And if he would have said that, I wouldn't have posted it if that were the case. You understand? So at the end, when I'm telling the other doctor that my stomach was riddled with ulcers, so they couldn't test it properly, and so I went on ahead and got my stomach removed for preventative measures, I'm aware that this is being recorded. Okay, I'm the one that's recording that. And I'm the one who posted it on my channels, to be completely honest with the public. In fact, when my tests came back, it was me who went to the public and said, hey, guys, listen, the first time I have not got my biopsy yet, but I do have the cancer gene. And so it would be irrelevant. I'm going to get my stomach removed because I'm not risking this. My mother already died 2 years before I even found out that I had it. OK, I was 35 at the time. She died at 33. So it's not something you want to play with when you get up into those ages. And so once I got the actual endoscopy and they came back negative, I went to the public and said it came back negative, but I'm going to need it removed anyway. And I need you guys' help. They want to clown me by saying that is begging. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. If you want to say that's begging, that's absolutely fine. But here's the facts. What Callie did for many years is come out here and say he had proof that I got some other type of surgery, some partial reconstructed surgery, with the intention of a cosmetic surgery, and he knew who the doctor was because he says my ex sent him the information. Again, Phoenix Moon said he came to her with this fake paperwork trying to get her to go public with it, and she knew then they were lying. She said she could tell the girl was lying, and obviously Callie knows that it's a lie. And so when he says I'm trying to exploit the public or manipulate the public, it's absolutely not true. That's what he is doing. He's trying to take anything that I've been through and manipulate the public to see it a different way. Whatever his issue is, I'll let him fight with that. Again, I'm not the one who has to wake up to a bunch of critters in my house every day and still have to figure that out. He lost big time. Last night was an ass whooping of ages. He went live 4 or 5 times while saying I was trying to explain. He was the one on live. It's crazy as hell. He even got up this morning and went live again. And so I imagine this will continue as he's butthurt, real mad. And the thing about it, guys, is I don't even have to kick his ass like this. Every time I come out on him like this, I whoop his ass. I completely mop the floor with him because he's a loser. He really is. And it's not hard to beat his ass. You understand? But every time it happens, he goes on a rampage for a whole nother year claiming that people who do that want revenge. And it's clear he wants revenge. And I cannot say anything and he'll still want revenge. And again, I think it's just my existence that irks him. He can't stand that someone like me exists. I don't know what it is, but he says that I wasn't humble after a surgery. I've never said I wasn't humble. I'm the same guy. And in his mind, what I went through, now, again, I lost all that weight. I had to work my butt off to get back to having some weight on me. And if I ain't careful, as you see, I'll lose it again and go right back to a skeleton again. It's not easy. Well, most people can maintain a body weight by simply eating or whatnot. I have to consistently make my health my focus if I want to look any kind of way like I want to see myself looking. To be honest with you guys, I prefer being larger than smaller. Growing up, I always was given the heroes I played with, the toys I played with were always muscular men. The heroes on TV were always muscular men. So I always saw, a man having muscles as manly. I saw that as masculine. And so I was never a skinny guy after I got out of pretty much high school. Early high school, I started working out, and I just developed a love for working out, a love for pushing my body past its limits. And to me, that's manly. That's what men's supposed to do. That's the only way to get to know yourself, is to push yourself past your limits. People will always tell you what they think you're capable of, but the only way you truly know yourself is to put yourself under that weight and put yourself into some type of challenging thing, some type of obstacle. Because I always say it's in chaos that you find yourself. And I know Miss White's husband understands this, as he was an NFL player. The things his body could do generated an income for him that pretty much took care of his whole family. And if he never put himself in that, he'd have never known he was capable of that. And nobody tells you. The only way you can find out is through being disciplined, consistent, hardworking. And you can't do that by talking. I think every man from a young boy's age should be in some type of field where they have to push their bodies, whether it be boxing, working out, even if it's just a workout regimen, but you start there, because there's something about the universe that some things you can't talk about. You have to work about it. You got to be about it. And the same way you see in the scriptures in every single book, because back then people farmed a lot. So what they wrote about was the things they were exposed to daily. So farming is something they was exposed to daily. And that's why you get all of these planting seed references. When you plant a seed, you grow a harvest, because the action of planting a seed is the first step. The action, you got to first put the seed in the ground. And it's not easy. If you've ever had to dig a garden, you understand it's not easy. Okay. Your back's hurting, you're sweating. I'm talking about digging one line in the sand, in the dirt, is not easy. So it's a lot of work. You understand? A lot of toil that you have to put forth. So when you earn that harvest, you know it's something that you truly deserve, because you planted your seeds, others didn't. And I know that I've planted my seeds, and this is why I'm blessed. And I can give them all the codes to the universe. I can say all day, I got where I got to by being diligent, trusting myself, speaking out what I thought about the world, what I thought about life. And it has yielded me a beautiful life, just in being myself and saying what I think and being honest about what I think, no matter who it offends. Okay. And I wish everybody else could do that, to have the mentality to be themselves and pour their life into their doing, because I believe all of us have a purpose. And I don't think anybody's purpose is to be here destroying another person. That would make no sense. You understand? I believe everybody's purpose is unique, but the only way to find it is to go inside of yourself. And that starts with doing. That's the only way you know. And that's why they say a tree is known by the fruit it bears. You don't know what it is until it bears fruit. And if you're not bearing fruit, then there has to be an issue somewhere, because no tree is here to not bear fruit. You understand? And so Ms. White said that's exactly right. He worked triple hard and went in as a free agent. Absolutely. And I bet you he the only one that was out there getting benefits from the push-ups and workouts that he was doing. Nobody can benefit from it but you. And you're the only person that burned. You're the only person with the muscle aches. You're the only person that feels fatigued. But man, ain't it crazy how in life give you what you've earned? Everybody want a piece of it, but they didn't feel the burn. They didn't get up under the weight. They didn't get the injuries. They didn't feel the pain from it. They didn't have to get up every day and go at it, but they want something from it. And if you don't give it to them, they want to destroy it. Ain't that crazy? Samik is our baby. Nobody has any right to try to tap into that in any way. But it shows you the joy that we've earned through being with that boy through every step of the way. People are trying to strip that from you. When you look at your baby, all you'll see is beauty. But somebody on the outside will say, I think he don't like his baby. I think he gonna leave his baby. Man, let me tell you something. You're wrong. And if you had a child, you'd understand that. If you had a child, healthy or not healthy, you would understand that. But you don't. And I guess I got to give you grace. I guess I got to give you grace. And maybe I'm hurting you so badly that you guys are going that low to try and hurt me. But just know this. it's a waste of time. You can't steal my joy when it comes to my children. It's a wrap. And I know that you guys think, okay, well, if a man don't be with his kids, he's a deadbeat. But if he is there for his kids, I'll attack his children because that's what hurts him. You know, you can't take somebody's joy away from being there for their children. You just can't. So you're doing too much, honestly. I cried while watching this video. I had to put myself on mute. But it's not sadness, it's joy. Okay, it's joy that he survived that. It's a joy of not knowing how the hell you did. I don't know what it is, man, but you're able to build up these barriers to protect yourself from all that pain. Because when I look back, and this is why we don't post the videos and we don't even watch them. We recorded that time for whatever reason, but we don't really watch them. We keep those videos private, and when we try to watch them, we break down crying. Because seeing our baby like that, it's hard for us. And this is even though we know we got him in our arms and he's perfectly fine now. We don't know how we got through that, yo. We don't know how. And when he was in the NICU, you can't stay with him in there. So when you see him rubbing my beard, we couldn't stay with him in there. We stayed at the hospital. We never left him. But we could only go in and see him for a couple of hours and leave when they fucking tell us to. And can't touch him the way you want to. You can't pick him up. And you just got to go in there and look at him. Man, when I tell you that shit is so difficult. And if you've never been through that, you just won't understand it. But there's something that you earn through all that pain that you go through. I love all my children. I wouldn't take anything from it. But there's something that comes from a child that you feel like you could lose. And it just makes it so every moment surreal with them because you don't know what could happen even fucking tomorrow. You don't know. So there's a connection that is built there that you wouldn't trade for the world. It's just you don't. I don't even know if I could survive going through it again. But I'd go through that shit a million times to have Samik. I wouldn't trade him for anything. You could give me the healthiest baby in the world, the smartest kid in the world. They could do anything, cut a million backflips, break down equations quicker than motherfucking any person on the world. I wouldn't trade him for the smartest genius baby in the world. I wouldn't trade him for the fastest, most athletic baby in the world. Give me my baby. Give me my baby. And if you have a child, I know you feel the same way. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they're going through. I know you know that feeling. You understand? It takes somebody on the outside who isn't aware of that to try and make fun. But it's crazy, yo, that you just have no clue. And I truly do wish that if you don't have a child, I truly wish that you could have one. I truly wish one day you have one so you can see what we're experiencing here. And you'll know how wrong you were to even believe somebody could be insecure about their child. You know, I get it. Some people give their children up, healthy or not healthy. I don't understand that shit. I don't think people like that should fucking exist. I can't stand it. I hate it. But on the other side of that, there's somebody who would adopt that child and get something that nobody could ever give them to. So maybe everything happened for a fucking reason. I don't know. But I don't think it's nothing good about a person who walk away from that. But I do understand the beauty that a person gets when they can't have a child and they're able to adopt one, and the love that they may feel, the joy they may feel from that. So, yo, even in death, animals get to eat. Even in death, you provide nutrients to the earth. I guess it ain't all bad. And we don't get to decide how the world should be, how the universe should be. But people always ask me, well, Kevin, if you don't believe in religion, what do you think when we die? I'm going back to my mama, back to Mother Earth. The same plants and things that I consume to live on a daily basis, they'll consume me. And I won't be buried in a box separate from them. I'm going to be buried in a sheer cloth so I don't have to be separate from Mother Universe, because I want to go back as fast as I can. I want to be absorbed back into the earth from whence I came. From dust thou art, from dust thou shalt return. And I truly believe that with all my heart. I think that humans have gotten it backwards. And the way we bury our loved ones is just wrong. It's wrong. You shouldn't be buried in a dead tree separate from the universe. That's crazy. We should go back as fast as possible. And I know there's something to preservation and things like that too. We've learned a lot about our history through the preservation of certain people and certain things. And I get that too. But on a large basis, there shouldn't be all these cemeteries, man, with stones that mark them. We should be trees. We should go back to God, back to the universe where we belong, because we consume And so we should be consumed when we go. And so I don't know what happens after this in the spirit realm, but I know what happens after this in the flesh realm. And that's all I have a right to speak on. Everything else, I just leave it to be. I enjoy the transition of it all. I'll find out when I get there. But I know for a fact, some things, and and some things you understand better by and by. And what I've understood better by and by is that it don't matter what type of child you have. If you're pure-hearted, you're gonna love them with your soul, and it's nothing you won't do for them. It ain't a single distance you won't walk for them. If they never walk, you'll carry them. If they never speak, you'll speak for them. You will understand them in a whole different way, and you'll do this with love in your heart. It's not going to be a burden. And again, on the outside looking in, I didn't think about this. I thought that, damn, it must be a burden. Take Sweet Mom, for instance, right? Somebody might look at Sweet Mom and be like, she goes through a lot and she's miserable. Let me tell you something. She's in love. She's madly in love. And this is the only reason you're able to get through that, because what you get in place of all of that extra work, extra time that you give your child is an overwhelming sensation of love. You literally enjoy doing it. And you wouldn't trade it for the fucking world. So if you don't have children, man, listen, if you don't have one, have one. If you can't have one, adopt one. And I promise you, you'll see. Man, it's something that come with that nobody can take. And you know it's got to be an evil motherfucker to try and take that from you in whatever way. I don't care how much a person don't like you. Why they speaking on your children should show you this is deeper than some issue this person has. This person is broken. This person is miserable. This person is going through it. And you got to lead them motherfuckers to that. Look, I didn't put you, look, I'm going to say this. Callie, you try every fucking thing you can to hurt me. You talk about my family's cancer. You talk about me, what I went through surrounding cancer. You talk about my child. You came out here on the day he was born, talking shit. You and Lampo. But let me tell you something. Nigga, I didn't put you in the situation that you in, bro. I didn't make your life miserable. I didn't choose that for you. Every day that you don't get up and focus on your purpose, though, you're choosing that for you. Man, if I don't give a fuck how much you hate me, bro, you're going to wake up to whatever reality you live in every day for the rest of your life until you focus on that life and change that shit. Now, one of the things I always said is be the change you want to see. If you want your life to change, you're going to have to focus on that, because focusing on me ain't going to get you out of that. I told you yesterday, you got it, bro. Talk all the shit you want to. If I lived in the conditions that you live in, I'd be mad too. But what I would do with my anger is I would focus it into my doing and get my family the fuck out of that situation. But I'm going to tell you what you're doing right now. You work in a hospital, bro, with people who are unable, with people who have issues. But when you get off work, you go pick on people who have issues. Nigga, if I get back to your job, it's a fucking wrap. And I ain't making no threats because I have no plan to do anything like that to you. Your life's miserable enough. And like I said, it's not my doing. I didn't put you there. That's your issue with you and whatever you got going on. So I challenge you, nigga, to focus on your life and your purpose so you can see who you're supposed to be in this universe. Because it ain't this shit, whatever you doing. I didn't see that shit in you when I met you, because if I would have, I'd have never fucked with you to begin with. I saw somebody with potential. I don't know where the fuck that shit went, but every day you wake up on bullshit. I didn't see that person when I met him. If that was you the whole time, you hid that shit very well. I saw a good person. I saw a person who wanted something out of life, who wanted to learn more, who wanted to be a better individual, and sought me out for that purpose. I didn't see a motherfucker who would wake up every day and try to tear down a motherfucker. For years, I don't know what you caught up in. But nigga, you need to work on whatever that shit is. And I'm going to tell you this. You're going to have all these people that want to keep you going. And they'll probably be successful because you do this shit on your own. But nigga, real talk. I can promise you one thing. If you don't focus on your own purpose in your life, you're going to stay miserable, bro. That's just the facts. That's just the facts. I don't know what else to tell you. You lying. You've been proven to be a liar. And you're out here making all these videos because you're angry that you got exposed. And you talking loud and screaming and replaying videos because you don't want to deal with the fact that you lied about why I had a surgery. Now I recorded you today saying you got this surgery for preventative reasons. Right, nigga, that's what I've been saying to you. But then you go right back and act like you believe what Sha said. You go right back, and even if I show you the paperwork, you say it's Dawn's paperwork. It's fake, it's forged. Now you're saying it. You got that surgery for preventative reasons. You never had cancer. Right, we both saying the same things now. So now that we're on one accord, you lied because you said I had you said I had a surgery, a cosmetic surgery, a reconstruction on my stomach in order to lose weight. That's what you said. Now, after this live, I'm going to post pictures that show me a week before the surgery, and you guys will see being a vegan paid the hell off because I wasn't fat. I wasn't fat at all. And I've never had a problem pulling, ever. So I've never been insecure about what I look like. In fact, I love what I look like. Even as a big boy, I wasn't mad about what I look like. I was mad about what I looked like when I got slimmer. And I'm gonna tell you something. I watched the interview of Ray J and Cam Newton, right? It ain't worth watching. The shit is just trolling. It's silly. But there's a part where Ray J was talking about opening up and speaking his truth. And he's looking around the room saying, do I got room to really move around and tear shit up? And Cam like, you ain't about to tear shit up in here pretty much. And Ray J said, I wouldn't do that with you because you bigger than me. And I paused and I said to my wives, yo, he's a bitch. Because a real man carries himself with respect and dignity. He respects every man. And it ain't based on his size. It's based on his level of respect, his level of character. And so if you would try this with this guy, but won't try that with that guy, know that you're a bitch. Because you shouldn't try that with nobody. If a man's not disrespecting you, you shouldn't be disrespecting him. That's just the facts to it. Because if you live long enough, you will understand it don't matter about the size of somebody. They don't have to fight you straight up. They can reach for something and end you. So disrespecting somebody because you think they're smaller than you or slimmer than you or they down right now or weaker than you, it shows that you're a bitch. And I swear to fucking God it does. And I'm going to tell you something. Working out my whole life, mate, I was always a bigger guy. People always seem to respect me. All this shit people talk about me now, if they were saying it, it was behind my back. It wasn't to my face. And little did I know, I thought I was being respected. I thought people respected me. But what I learned was when I lost all that weight, motherfuckers started talking to me and saying things about me in ways that I never knew. I never knew people would talk to me that way. And that's hard for me to accept because I ain't used to that. That's why I be ready to crash out and meet up with a motherfucker because they truly don't know what I'm capable of. They talk a lot of shit. And because I present myself as a nice guy, a harmless guy, I guess I'm too convincing. But I promise you guys, I'm a deadly motherfucker. Deadly, I'm telling you. But what I got to learn was people will try you when they think that you down or think that you at a low point. But what that shows you is that they were never respectful. That respect they were showing you was due to a fear they had for you. It was due to them fearing the outcome of what it would be like to disrespect you, but they never actually had respect for you. This person's not respectful. So when it comes to these people like Callie and whatnot, people that I knew before, they never disrespected me, never. They treated me with the utmost respect. They were the ones very humble around me. I'm kind to anybody who's kind to me. So this is why they saw a nice version of me. If they would have tried any of this shit when they was near me, y'all, I swear to fucking God, they wouldn't be around. I would have wired their fucking mouth closed. And I don't think a lot of them have ever fucked with the wrong person. I really don't. They say Kevin talk a lot of shit when he got in Colombia. No, y'all waited till I got to Colombia to say a bunch of shit, but nigga, a flight can be had. I promise you it can be. It really can be. And I'm willing to meet with any one of you. So don't think I'm hiding. I know what I'm capable of. Trust me, I would never run from no man. I'm eager to show you. I grew up fighting. And any of my cousins will tell you that don't fuck with that dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But they'll do it because they're not in front of me. And I don't think that they've ever grew up like that. And I can appreciate the way my grandma allowed us to grow up because it teaches you to respect. Because when you have to get there and tussle and you have to really find out what you're made of, you learn to watch your mouth. But a lot of these people, they don't really understand that. And so I think it's important that we don't crash out and lose our freedom for somebody who just wasn't raised right to understand these types of things. So I'm gonna focus on my family, like I said. You understand? But just know this, family. If you're out here talking about people's children, their loved ones, the death of people, all this type of stuff, it shows who you are. You have no respect. You have no character. You're not disciplined enough to know how to not say those types of things. You understand? And this is people who do this shit unprovoked. This is people who do this unprovoked. We understand people will respond sometimes by ending your life. So them responding by talking shit about somebody that you close to, you got to understand that it happens when you mess with people. We all got defense mechanisms, and your tongue is just the same as everybody else's. Callie didn't like when Mika was talking to him about popping up the other day. He mad, ready to call the police. But she's just talking the same way you was talking to her when you said bitch. But when the same way you quick to call all these women bitches, if I call a woman a bitch, he wants to make a video about it. But he's quick to call a woman a bitch. So I'm saying that to say this. I'm not the only person in the universe that should have character. You guys put a lot of stake on it because you say I'm a life coach. That shit is irrelevant. Everybody got to have character. The universe responds to everybody. Karma come for everybody. And if you believe in God, God judges all and sees all the same. So all this, well, you're in this profession, you claim to be this, so you should have. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If y'all not willing to have character yourselves, you don't have a right to point no finger and wave no finger at anybody. And what I'm learning is the people who try to raise my character up to try to judge it do the most evil shit in the very moment of trying to judge my character. And the shit's absolutely weird. So y'all got it. Y'all miserable in some way, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be worried about me. Because I promise you I don't wake up worried about y'all. In fact, if you never spoke about me again, I'd never fucking think about y'all again. But for some reason, you guys want my attention. You guys want to be on my radar. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is, because I don't know if you truly understand it. But me even responding to you guys is not helping you guys. Your channels are still small. And I promise you, it's not your purpose to fuck with me. It's not your purpose. So the truth is this, man. If you're not fulfilling your own purpose, whatever it is that you're getting, it ain't going to make you happy. Because what makes you happy is fulfilling your purpose. Whether you get money from it or whatever the case, whatever it is. If you're fulfilling your purpose, you'll have joy. You won't be miserable. And I fulfill my purpose. I get something out of teaching. I get something out of inspiring. That's whether the video goes viral. That's whether or not it pays me, whatever the case may be. That's a promise. And if you guys will focus on whatever your purpose is, maybe then you'll have joy. But until you do that, I promise you, you're going to be miserable. That's a promise. You're going to be absolutely miserable. You're getting nowhere but ruining your own character by coming out lying on me, saying I'm lying, because I haven't lied about shit. You pulled up all these videos that literally showed me telling the public the true reason why I needed the money and the surgery. The true reason. I do not have cancer. It came back negative, but I do have the gene, and I want to get this done for preventative measures. I don't want to risk this, family, so I need your help. You saw me come out and say, hey, listen, guys, I got the tube removed, but I still need the tube food to help with nutrients. So I'm telling the public this. And what you're noticing is the public who helped me ain't got a fucking problem with me. It's just Callie trying to chop at my character, trying to get on his platform and twist and manipulate and talk as loud as he can to try and make somebody believe that I did something to the public. I didn't at all. I didn't at all. And if I did, the public would be having my head about it. So the fact is, you lied and you can't face that. So you're making all these lies, talking loud to try to focus on me saying I beat or defeated stomach cancer. I did. I defeated it because I got rid of it before it could get to me. When I found out I had the gene, me removing my stomach was defeating stomach cancer. I ain't never gonna get it now. So it's defeated in my life. It got my mama, it got my sister, it got many of my family members. It tried to get my other sister, it tried to get my other brother, it tried to get my nieces, but it didn't. So we all beat it in different ways. but I beat it. And you can't take that victory from me either. Well, you never got in the ring with it. Yeah, I kicked his ass outside of the ring. Yeah, before we could even put the gloves on, I whooped its ass. And it wasn't easy either. Having to go through all that shit with my stomach was not easy, or lack thereof, it was not easy. Having to try to eat again. And you do have to learn to eat again. Your new stomach, because I do have a stomach, people. It's my lower intestine, so I do have a stomach. Okay, I got my original stomach removed. But I have a stomach, it's my lower intestines. So I have every right to say when it hurts. I have every right to say when I'm having trouble with it. What you guys are doing is out here manipulating the public, playing with the words I say that truly you can't even find another fucking word from. So if I can't say stomach, you tell me what the fuck I should be saying. That would make you feel comfortable, okay? Because if I gotta make y'all feel comfortable for y'all to leave me the fuck alone, let me say I avoided cancer. Let me say my lower intestines hurt. Would that make you happy? Because here's the facts. I didn't come tell the public that I needed a surgery to survive cancer as if I had cancer. And I certainly didn't manipulate the people and go get a cosmetic surgery, Callie, which is what you told DeWanda and all of them for years. But you won't confront that and say, okay, yeah, I was lying, or I was wrong about that. You will just sit here and try to scream and yell and switch the subject and deflect, but say I'm deflecting. You'll be the one to stop videos shortly and play a little clip, but say I'm doing that. But I actually play the whole fucking thing. So, and then you'll say, I don't go watch you. So that means that you're not in need or any, you don't want no real truth then. If you would say all this shit about somebody, but you won't go watch their response, what the fuck are you telling your public when you say out loud, I don't listen to him, I won't watch him, I don't know what he's saying over there? What, so you can keep telling your lie? I don't know what you get out of fucking with me daily. I heard you say I'll always be an op. Nigga, you on your own, nigga. You ain't even deserving of being an op of mine. You're not my opposition. You're not in the way of none of my destiny, bro. So to me, opposition is someone who's in your way, an obstacle. Nigga, you're not my obstacle. And I don't know how the fuck I could be yours. Whatever your purpose is, I don't know how in the fuck I'm keeping you from it. So I don't know why you wake up every day to make me your op. You're just a nuisance to me. But you're not my op, nigga. Like, you don't keep me from nothing. There's nothing, you're not stopping me from nothing. So you need to recognize that you're fighting against somebody who finds you actually irrelevant. I really do. I just don't like being lied on. So every once in a while, I come out here and deal with your ass accordingly. And then when I do, you call it crashing out. What is it every day when you wake up and instead of pursuing your destiny, you fucking with me? Nigga, that's crashing out. You might not be in prison, but you in some sort of prison. You bound to stand in the same fucking hellhole that you wake up in every day. And I heard you say, nigga, that's the best times in life. That's the best times in life is to be crowded up in the house. At least you got a roof over your head. Nigga, do I have one over my head? What are we talking about? You ain't seen me sleep on the ground not one night. So we're happy over here too. If you happy with that situation, prove it. Because right now it's looking like you very miserable. You can't be happy, bro, when you wake up every day fucking mad at me. A nigga who you haven't laid your eyes on my physical person in over 7 years, nigga. You got to know you're sick. Then you go to any psychiatrist and ask them, yo, if I'm still talking about a person that I haven't been around in 7 years, like I know this motherfucker still, fucking with his life, the new kids he's had since then, the new relationships he's had since then, any woman who he's ever dated, I entertain him. Is there something wrong with me? I swear to fucking God, they will tell you, yes, there's something wrong with you. You have a problem. And I'm trying to tell you, nigga, you have a fucking problem. Your brother-in-law even came out here and said, you got a fucking problem. He even said your daughter has her own mental issues. And you out here fucking with another man about his child's issues? Nigga, go to your daughter and help her and work with her. She miss you, nigga. And I know this because every child want to be around their parents. Go get with your kids and build a life with them. I am not your problem. I am not your op. Wake the fuck up and snap out of it, nigga. I'm not doing shit to you. I can't get you out of that apartment. I can't get you a better life. There's nothing I can fucking do for you. You got to do it for your fucking self. Now, you stay in that shit long as you want to, but I'm leaving your dumb ass behind. And I really have. I've long left you behind. It's just every once in a while I come back and spank that ass. Give you a little fucking spanking because you yearning for daddy's attention. Go get your own actual daddy's attention. You on here fucking with me about my daddy, but got an actual daddy who you look like. So if my daddy ain't my daddy, you ain't got to worry about that, nigga. Your daddy is your daddy. You blessed. Go be with him, nigga. Go call him and check on him. You talk about my mama's cancer. Your mama's still here, right? Call your mama up, nigga. You're blessed, nigga. Go get with your family. Shit you got, I never fucking knew. And you mad at me? I didn't get a fucking mama. My mama's parents was dead before I was fucking born. I never met him. My daddy's daddy was dead before I was fucking born. I never met him. My grandma died when I was too young to even fucking get to know her that well. 15, 16 years old, she was out of there. If you got grandparents and parents and mamas and shit like that, nigga, you blessed, nigga. Why the fuck you worried about me? It ain't shit that I have that you can't have, nigga. What, some money, nigga? I can't ever get a mama, nigga. I can't ever get a daddy, nigga, in the way that you grew up with yours. That shit gone and past. My relationship with him is what I fucking made of it. But you got all that shit. Nigga, go live in that shit and call yourself blessed and see that shit. Get me out of your mind, nigga. I ain't keeping you from shit. You angry motherfucker. Damn, wake up and heal yourself. It's been too long, nigga. 8 years. How much longer are you going to entertain the bullshit? If I was who you said I was, you've told the world about it 1,000,000 fucking times, nigga. It's you who's obsessed. If I was everything that you accusing me of, you've told the world 1,000,000 fucking times, right? So something ain't working for you. Something ain't making you happy. What is it ain't making you happy? Didn't you tell the world that I was all these different things? Why aren't you happy, nigga? You say, I tell the truth on you, nigga, I'll let you deal with it. Really, you lie. But if you told the truth on me and I'm over here dealing with it and fighting demons, nigga, then you gonna be happy. You're the one up every day fighting a fucking demon. You calling me your op. Nigga, I'm not your fucking op. When you wake up and go to work, I'm nowhere in the way. When you wake up to click live, you could be clicking live to talk about whatever it is you believe in, whatever it is you feel your destiny calls you to. But nigga, you clicking live to talk about me. I'm not making you do that, nigga. That's you living in Groundhog Day. Every day you wake up, it's the same bullshit. And because you have a little echo chamber who enjoys hearing you talk about somebody that they don't like either, you get fuel from it. But nigga, goddamn, it ain't changing your life at all. When are you gonna realize that shit? And I'm trying to help you. I could be beating your ass like I was last night, making you feel real fucking bad. How you on live complaining and shit and whining about it. But instead, I'm trying to uplift your dumb ass. If you don't get the fuck up and be about your father's business or the universe's business, whatever it is you here for, nigga, show the world that. But you're not here to bash a nigga named Kevin. You're lying. You're only ruining your own reputation. Anything you say, I can prove you wrong. You're lying, bruh. Cut that shit out. I've never seen shit like this in my fucking life. I never met a nigga so mentally fucking sick in my fucking life that gotta wake up and talk about another grown-ass man. You even talk about my dick. If that ain't weird, I don't know what is. And you so deep in it that you don't fucking get it. You're a weirdo, a super weirdo. And if you don't snap out of it, you're going to be a weirdo for life. You almost 50, my nigga. I don't know what the fuck you're mad about. You must see me, nigga, as a damn tower. You must see me as a giant. Because God damn, you wake up swinging the axe every day to try to chop me down. You telling your public, nobody fuck with him no more. I guess you know you're lying. That's why you keep trying to fuck with me. That's why you keep trying to bother me. But you can say it as loud as you want. He even said last night my own damn followers were turning against me. You're lying, Callie. You're still lying. Every day lying, just lying. You go to your platform every day to lie, to fuck with my wives, to fuck with my kids. But woe be it to mention your motherfucking wife. Then it's, I didn't attack your family. You attacked my family. Obviously, my words hurt you, so stop fucking fighting to earn them, nigga. My attention that damn important to you. You get fucked up every time. Wake the fuck up. You're not here to be a troll. Wake up, nigga. Do something with your life. You think that shit funny? Nigga, you gonna die with a fucking treasure. All the shit that you got that the universe put inside of your head to create, you're gonna die with that shit. Cause you sitting here trolling, thinking that shit funny and thinking it's productive. Nigga, that's idiotic. You got kids to feed, nigga. You got kids to show up for and create an example for. Get your dumb ass up out of this mess, nigga, and go be somebody for them. You think they want to see you online trolling every day? You ain't being no type of example to them, bro. No type of example to them. And that shit fucking sad because you failing everybody around you. Why you trying to tell the world I'm failing when clearly I'm succeeding? And if you were right about me failing, so the fuck what if this random ass nigga that you met one time fails? What that got to do with you? And you so mad because the world know where you live. And they know the conditions of where you live. Bruh, you should have been mad when you lived there. Nobody else has to know you live there. If I lived there, I'd have been got myself out. Because I know whatever situation I'm in, it's because of me. If I'm ever broke, I know it's because I didn't fulfill my destiny. I didn't plant my seeds. And you need to realize that shit too, bro, before it's too fucking late. I don't want to die with a treasure in my motherfucking head. But if you want to die with treasure, nigga, you do that. That's on you. Troll me every day till you die and think it's funny. And then leave your kids with fucking nothing but them dead ass jokes you got. You said it a million fucking times. We get it. You think I'm fruity. You think I'm pretty. You don't like me taking pictures. You think I use filters. Nigga, we fucking get it. None of that has nothing to do with you. Besides the fact you fucking lying. I guess it make you feel better to lie on my name to try to diminish me in some way. I think you hate the fact that I'm able to have two wives that love me and willing to work with me. So your angle is he don't love them. Nigga, if it was true, they still with me. Like I don't understand what I don't know. I don't understand you, bro. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. And that's how I know you never had no real competition. You never really did no sports and shit. Because to be better, you got to make yourself better. You mad at a motherfucker for shining when you got it in you too, but don't even know how to damn accomplish the shit. Nigga, start working out. That might help you beat the shit that's going through your fucking mind. I've proven with no stomach, with a stomach, going through pain, that I'll get my ass up and push the ground, nigga. If that's what I got to do, and go through the pain and suffer through it. It's time for you to prove yourself to you, nigga, and quit being a weak ass nigga. That's not manly what you doing. It's not manly at all what you doing. Now you will come out here and try to look cool. He ain't bothering me. Showing my house and my apartment didn't bother me. I'm okay. It's him that's mad. It's you that's mad, nigga. That's why you're live talking about another nigga again. Get over it, bro. You lost. You lied. And everybody knows you're a liar. The only reason you have them few people in your fucking echo chamber is because they don't like me, and they'll be there as long as you let them. As long as you continue on, they'll be there. And they'll pretend to believe whatever you say and what anybody say about me. They'll be there doing that. Because apparently they don't know how to get themselves out of their hell either. But I didn't put any of you where you guys are. I didn't make any of you fucking miserable. So I don't know why you target me and your misery. Wake up and come out of that shit, man. It's more meant for you. Each and every last one of y'all, it's more meant for y'all. I don't know what you're getting out of this shit, but I promise you, you'll get more out of fulfilling your destiny and purpose. It's a joy in that is totally surreal. Seeing what you're capable of is totally surreal. But you got to be willing to put yourself to the test and see what you're made of. Wake up, y'all. Real shit. So now that you guys know, I've never lied about my baby, anything concerning my baby. What I told my sister was the truth. And I wanted her to show some care and concern for her brother and just reach out. The same way she reach out when she needs something. Reach out to show you love somebody and that you care about what they're going through. That's all. That's all. I guess that's too much to ask. That's trying to get sympathy. But I'm glad I know now how she see it, regardless of how much that shit right there hurt. That hurt right there. But thanks a lot. I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel now. I didn't know you said that shit. I didn't know you said that. But okay, it's cool. At least now you know he had open heart surgery. At least now you know I'm telling you in front of Lacey, in front of everybody, he failed hearing tests. He failed eye tests. And we frankly don't know how good he can see. We don't know what he sees, but we know he smiles. Maybe he sees our energy. Maybe he sees our outline. We'd like to think he sees as well as we see. But we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. We don't know if he'll actually need a hearing aid one day. We don't know that yet. But we know he hears us. We know he hears us good enough for his life to be joyous. We know he ain't sitting in his head saying, I can't see good, I can't hear good, because he wouldn't know. All he knows is his experience. And that's why you don't make your children feel like they disabled or that they got something wrong with them. That's why you don't hear me using that Down syndrome shit. I'll never say that to him. I'll never say disabled to my fucking son, ever. He doesn't know that, y'all. All he knows is his own experience. That's all he knows. Till they came up with the shit ADHD and ADD and all that shit. People didn't know they were suffering with nothing. They had their own experience. And that's how you should keep it. Don't ever tell your child they're dealing with some shit like that. Make them see themselves different. Don't tell them shit. They don't need to know that to survive. They don't need to know that to get better. You need to know that so you can understand what they might need. But they don't need to know that. And so you guys are crossing the line when y'all go live and say, his baby disabled. Like, keep that shit to yourself. He's not disabled. He's very much able. His life is a little different than the next child's. That's all. And all of our journey is different than the next person's. But the boy is blessed because he got something I didn't have access to. Parents who love him wholeheartedly, who'll do anything for him. And that's a holy blessing that I promise you, it's sad if you don't get that. I know that firsthand. It's sad when you don't get that. But he got that. So that's why I don't need the world feeling sorry for him. He good. We good. I don't never need no motherfucking sympathy for Samik. What are we talking about? With pride, that's my son. I don't need no sympathy. It will offend me to give me some sympathy over my son. He ain't nothing to be sympathetic about. If you had him, you would have a joy that you've never had access to. That ain't nothing to feel sympathy for. I wouldn't trade him for the fucking world. Sympathy. He gonna use, I don't want no sympathy from nobody about my son. Shit sounds crazy. And I promise you this, Miss White, I know she understands this, but anybody out there, Sweet Mom, I know she understands this. Anybody out there with a child that needs a little extra love and care, they don't need no fucking sympathy, yo. They enjoy what they're doing for their child. They love their baby. They wouldn't trade them for shit. Sympathy. The fuck out of here. Right. A diagnosis is not identity. Absolutely not. That's like saying, you disabled because you can't jump as high as the next man. You can't run as fast. All you know is your speed and how high you can jump and how you think. But see, woe be it unto you if you get around a motherfucker who think a little faster than you and you start getting jealous. Nigga, if that ain't your forte, it's not. Everybody here for a different reason. Jealousy is stupid, yo. It makes no fucking sense. And jealousy only proves you don't know who you are. Because if you got a glimpse of who you were, you would chase that with everything in you. And you would know it ain't no room for jealousy. It's only room for discipline and consistency to keep fulfilling and revealing that person to you. I got a glimpse of me a long time ago. And I want to see more of that. I don't get jealous of no motherfucking body. There's nothing that no man can do to make me feel jealous. Because I love my own purpose and mission. I love what I'm capable of. I love how I think. I love the mind that I'm exposed to. I love the reality I'm exposed to. I would never get jealous of another man. So when you talk about how well I speak, don't worry about that. You worry about your gifts. I ain't worried about your gifts. If any of you out there, man, if you ever feel small compared to somebody, that's a you problem. That means you got to get into the damn gym. And I don't mean GYM, I mean GEM. Get into your own treasure and recognize there's something special in you. And your problem is you haven't saw it. That's why you jealous. That's why you measuring up. Because you ain't looked in the fucking mirror and saw who you truly were. The thing about it is a lot of you motherfuckers who attack me daily, I can see how beautiful y'all could be. I can see your potential. And I think it's fucking sad that y'all don't. I think it's sad that I can see it, but y'all don't. But that's part of it. Whenever you get exposed to your own greatness, all you see is everybody else's greatness. But the sad part is they don't fucking see it. And that shit is sad because you can tell them all day and they think you lying. They think you trying to manipulate them. They think you trying to fucking make them feel good, stroke their ego. When what you tell them is truly what you see. But they haven't accepted it yet. And it's sad because you can't make nobody see it. It's something that has to be revealed to them. And the thing about it is most of these people say they believe in God. Yo, if you believe in God, you got to trust that God put something special in you. Even if you don't see it. Because would God do that? Would God put you here to be nothing? Would God put you here just to do the shit y'all doing? If you believe in God, would you think God would do that? So God gave everybody purpose except for you? When I was a Christian, yo, I lived my life to prove my purpose to God. I was a preacher by the time I was 22. I lived in that book. That's why I know it so well. I don't speak it to make nobody happy. I speak it because whether or not I believe in it as the literal word, inherent word of God, it's what I know. It's in my soul. So is the Quran. So is the Bhagavad Gita. So is the Vedas. Because I went to all those places looking for God and couldn't find him nowhere. And if you feel, well, damn, Kevin, I found him, then you lucky. God revealed himself to you. God didn't reveal himself to me. So ain't no reason for you to be jealous of me. I'm a nigga that God wouldn't even show himself to. Don't be mad at me. You be glad that you got God. Because I searched in all them places and couldn't find him. That's real shit. I don't just quote the Bible. I quote all of that. Anything that's ever brought me life or gave me purpose or made me think and gave me perspective, I quote that shit because I want that for other people. And frankly, I can't help it. It's literally in my fucking bones. I can't not speak scripture. I can't not speak I can't not quote Buddha. I can't not quote Krishna. I can't not do it. It's in me, yo. It's like English. It's like saying, stop speaking English. But that's how I know y'all ain't read y'all word. Y'all ain't read what y'all say y'all believe in because y'all wonder why I quote it. When you spend your whole life believing in something with all your might, you can't get away from it. Thank you, Black Alistair. Black Alistair. And thank you, Miss White. Y'all don't get it, man. It's something in each and every one of you. There ain't no reason for this bullshit. It's bullshit. Y'all better wake up and realize y'all can't kill my purpose. Y'all can't stop what I'm doing. You could never. You might hurt my feelings on a day that I ain't on cloud 9 and shit because I'm human. So the fuck what, nigga? If you believe in God, they even killed Jesus. Ain't nobody invincible. So what? You're not either. Ah, look, I was able to hurt him. Look, I was able to get to him. Look, I got him mad. Look, so nigga, what? And what did that do for you? Did it put money in your pocket? Are you still sleeping in that same damn apartment? Are you still in the same situation you was in? So what did hurting my feelings do for you? If that makes you feel better, you should know you fucking sick. You should know you fucking sick. Yo, I'm out. Be encouraged, yo. Be encouraged, yo. Be encouraged to go do something great. Be encouraged to do something powerful. Be encouraged to look in the mirror and speak affirmations to yourself. If that's what you got to do to snap out of it and tell yourself you great, because Kevin ain't insecure. Kevin ain't down on himself. My family will tell you every day, I wake up excited to fulfill my mission. I wake up excited to be a father. I wake up excited to be a husband. I wake up excited to take us further than we ever gone. I ain't sad over here. So y'all need to figure out what the fuck is going on with y'all, because when I hear y'all mad at me, and the morning ain't even started yet. Y'all up before the fucking rooster crow mad at me. It ain't no way you don't know you sick. So be encouraged, man, to find whatever it is that you're here for and start cultivating that, start sharpening that, start pouring your time and energy into whatever that is. Because I want to see it. Because I've seen the potential. But I want to see that shit fulfilled. Just like I want to see it in myself fulfilled. But I can't make you fulfill your shit. I can only make me fulfill mine. And that's what I wake up every day doing. I want to see y'all do the same fucking thing. Because when you up every day with a live call, Kevin or Peacock or some type of shit to try to make me look bad, it proved that you're not on your mission. You're not. I don't give a fuck what you think or what you say or how you try and rebuttal this. My nigga, you're not here for that. You're here for better. And your op wouldn't tell you that. I never been your op. I never been any of y'all's op. I'm a nigga that y'all double crossed for whatever fucking reason. I'm not your op though. Go be great, man. Peace, y'all. Go be fucking great.